Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more Rome 2 Siege action. We have a 3v3 for you here at Vertigala, right? I'm having a complete and utter brain fart right now. And yeah, this is Vertigala, isn't it? I think it is. I don't know. Nothing is real. Nothing matters. Time is an illusion. Yada, yada, yada. So it goes. Anyway, this one has been sent in to us by Emperor Kendikatsu. As always, let's go over the players on the field of battle, quickly go over army comps, and then we'll get right into it. With a short disclaimer right after we go over army comps. So anyway, attacking, we have multiplayer playing as Arverni. Barking Hinson playing as Macedon, and Emperor Kendikatsu playing as Colchis. Defending, we have Obito Uchiha, or if you want to say it correctly, Uchiha Obito, playing as Bactria. Desert Fox 32K, playing as Boyai, and Jaguar, playing as Epirus. So yeah, quick disclaimer. I was told there was a little bit of cheating in this, in the sense of pike stacking, pushing through, stuff like that. So if I see it, naturally... Ooh, pardon me. Naturally, I'll call it out. I'll point it out. But yeah, generally, pike stacking is frowned upon. Pike stacking, for those who don't know, is when you have your pikes in pike formation, and then inside of the pike formation, you would have another infantry unit while the pikes are in pike formation. That infantry unit, whether it's hoplites or sword infantry, when they get shot at, the sword or hoplite infantry will raise their shields in defense of the incoming arrow fire, but by proxy, they're also blocking the arrows for the pikes. So that's pike stacking. Pulling through is just when you have a line of troops and you take your unit of troops and you continually right-click past them. So you'd be right-clicking back here continually over and over and over and over again. And what that does is it will actually drag your troops through the line of enemy infantry. But the downside to that is what happens is that your infantry usually ends up taking quite a beating. Doesn't happen all the time, but either way, it's still poor taste. I think there was one or two other things that I was notified about. I think, as we can see, there are some traps here. We do have quite a few stakes. This right here actually is kind of a dirty trick. At least the stakes aren't on top of each other, but still, this makes it incredibly difficult for you to traverse past this point when they're facing like this. Makes it incredibly difficult to get through here. Actually, kind of, but again, they're not completely on top of each other. I mean, here they are a little bit more, so this is going to be a serious detriment to the game. It's going to make it just a little bit more tedious. I don't really see anything else. I don't notice any type of gravel and whatnot on the ground, so... and they did this here because, it's a pretty open area. Generally, this is where people attack. And trying to filter through this section to go over here is a little bit of a bitch. We can see they even put some stakes over here, so... Anyway, let's go over the army comps of what we can at least see, and then we'll start the battle. So, Colchis is bringing... I don't actually see Colchis a lot. They do get the Courtly Axemen there, and here they are. Pretty solid infantry unit. Not great, not terrible. Weapon damage isn't spectacular, but melee defense and armor is pretty good. Melee attack is also not too bad. And they do, of course, enjoy a little bit of that AP damage as well, being that they are an axe infantry unit. So with some Eastern archers over here, not bad. Looks like we have 4 of them. Some more Courtly Axemen. Lots of Courtly Axemen, actually, which don't really blame them. They are pretty good bang for their buck. Not necessarily expensive, not cheap either, but still. And then we have some Kolkian nobles. Check out that armor rating, 105, not bad. On par with Bactria's Bactrian Royal Guard, I believe. I'm pretty sure they get 105 armor as well. Not nearly as good, of course, as the Shield Bearers from Macedon, but still. And I think that's it. He does have a ballista over here, and then he has one unit of noble blood cat. Pretty good cat. Arverni is bringing. We have some Celtic warriors. We have some, of course, chosen swords. Looks like some Levy Freeman. Spear nobles, interesting. We have big old Onager boy. Oathsworn, of course, we have 4 units of Gallic hunters. Oathsworn general, yep, Oathsworn general. And then we have 2 more units of Oathsworn. Some pretty scary stuff. Macedon, meanwhile, is bringing. We have, I'm assuming, 3 units of Cretans. What do we have here? Thurio Spears. We have Royal Peltis General. Another Royal Peltis. So 2 units of Royal Peltis, it looks like, so far that we can see. Another Mercenary Cretan, and then an Archer unit. Thurio Spears. And then, yeah, Thorax Swords out the wazoo. Unit back here, probably just in case they sally out. Come all the way around over here. And yeah, that's going to be it. So, let's get underway. So, we can start to see some archers from Epirus. We have Greek Ballista is not going to fire. Vanguard deployed some towers. I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe he thought they had scorpions on top of it. Unfortunately, on barbarian settlements, the siege towers, regardless of light, medium, or heavy, they do not get scorpions on the top, which, yes, is a little unfortunate. What we can do? Persian Lights from Bactria over here. They are lobbing shots. Ooh, managed to take out 2 of Hulkus's ballistas, unfortunately. I don't know that they're going to be able to get the other 2. But I have been seeing this a lot from this player, where he only ends up using 2 ballistas. Oh no! I guess he's only going to use 1 now. Shit. Alright, so far, not much going on, except for we got some Levy Freeman making their way up on the towers. Honestly, I don't know why he's pulling, but look at this, look. This kind of bit them in the ass, because you saw that some of their units were having trouble, and that's why this is a pain in the ass. That's why that's annoying. Because it really makes it difficult to... Ooh. Macedon trying to angle his tower there so he's not getting shot up too badly by Epirus's Bastion Onager. Up to 22 kills so far. 0 for Bactria. 26 for Boyai. Boy, we can see some Axe Warriors here. Starting to fade, but 35, 26, 50, and 65. 51 and 70, so Carly Axeman should be able to do pretty well against the Axe Warriors. Weapon damage is 26, yeah, melee attack's 43, so they should do good. We can start to see some more Persian Light Archers, Mercenary Syrians. We can assume that he probably has 3 more Mercenary Syrian Archers. We'll start to see some more. We have some Axe Warriors here, Bactrian Hillmen, Axe Warriors. A lot of Axe Warriors from Bactria, it seems like. Eastern Spearmen going to take on some Levy Freeman. The Battle of the Turds. Let's see. Levy Freeman 12, 22, 55, and 45. 12, 25, 35, and 45. Actually, the Levy Freeman will probably win this if they can get up. If they can get up there fast enough. Meanwhile, we can start to see more of Epirus. We have Illyrian levies across the board for the front line. Behind, we have Mercenary Italian swords, 2 units of Thurio spears, and pop lights in the back. Not a bad idea to have the Thurio spears here. because as Macedon moves forward to engage these Italian or the Illyrian levies, these Thurio spears can volley right over this unit right here and volley right into the side and the rear of these thorax swords. So Macedon actually landing in 2 spots. He's going to make his way over here to take on these Illyrian levies. Hopefully they don't get... Yeah, they're already losing. That ain't no good. There you go. As you can see, Thurio spears firing right into the sides of these thorax swords. Initially, the defenders have, admittedly, a pretty good defense going on here. It's just... The stacking of the spikes is... Or the stake is really is killing it for me. If they had the stakes just facing one way, I wouldn't be as upset. But because they're facing, you know, they're facing each other, it makes it difficult to break through this line. It's just really unfortunate. Arverni getting a late start here. Whether or not this is going to pay off, we'll see. Sometimes, you know, having a late start does work. Other times, not so much. You can see that Macedon has moved over his archers, and his Cretans are going to start volleying into these Thurio spears, but they're going to have to be careful because these Thurio spears do have the range at the moment to start volleying into these units here, but it looks like he's getting them out of there in time before they can actually get set up. These Thurio spears pulling back, whether or not they still have ammo or not, I'm not sure. 17 kills so far, hoplites being brought up as the Illyrian levies start to lose pretty handedly. Pulling out thorax swords. Hopefully he charges in this unit pretty soon. Otherwise, these guys are just going to sit here and get peppered down pretty seriously and not really have much of a chance to do anything. Now, the Cretans do have the range to continue to fire into these Thurio spears, so it's a good idea maybe to get the other 2 units of Cretans, or even just 1 unit of another unit of Cretan archers over here to start volleying into these units, start chipping away at them. Meanwhile, Colchis, it appears, is holding out for the moment. Maybe perhaps he's waiting for Arverni to also get up here. Levy Freemen have been thwarted, though they did manage to take some units of the Eastern Spears with them. Looks like these guys are volleying into the Levy Freemen that are still alive in here. That's going to cause them to waste some ammo and also get some friendly fire going on in there. So that is a bit of a boon to the attackers. Meanwhile, however, though, the Illyrian levies aren't having too good of a time. Their support system of the Thurio spear is going out the window pretty quickly. Unit of thorax swords, 126 kills, down to 90 men. They are losing decisively, but they are also causing Epirus to lose. Has to pull back his Thurio spear. His hoplites are losing pretty badly. This unit of Thurio spear, up to 46 kills. They will be out of ammo very, very soon. I mean, these thorax swords are going to probably rout. Unless these guys run out of ammo, which it actually looks like they have. So maybe, just maybe, this thorax sword unit, yeah, might actually be able to beat this hoplite unit, and maybe we'll be able to be sent elsewhere. But Macedon really needs to start rushing up his troops, getting the rest of his thorax swords, maybe even his Thurio spears, up in the settlement to start assisting these troops. Otherwise, this right or left flank is going to collapse completely. He's going to lose his footing. And then trying to scale up the towers once again is going to cost him dearly. Colchis still holding on. Looks like he's starting to slowly move up a little bit. Fire damage on this is 68%. If he doesn't move quickly or soon enough, get some sword followers here, they will tear through these partly axemen pretty quickly. However, yeah, we got some shots coming in from Arverni. Not a bad idea. I mean, look at them. They're lined up, bunched up, and this is definitely what you want to go shooting for. I mean, look at just the amount of kills that you'll be able to get out of this is huge, and it'll be extremely detrimental. Meanwhile, he's not using a fire shot, though, which is not the greatest, but let's see. We can start to see some more units back here. We do have 2 units of Cretans from Epirus. We also have some thorax swords moving up from Bactria. They're going to assist Epirus in warding off Macedon. Looks like they're going to be able to do a pretty solid job of that as well. Macedon just was not quick enough in getting his units up here. He had them too far back. He had them set far back. He had them set too far back. And now he's not moving up any of his troops. He needs to get these thorax swords up on the walls. He needs to get at least one of his Royal Peltis units up on the wall. He has this unit of thorax swords back here. It was just, you know, they're hanging out, smoking cigarettes, drinking coffee. They need to move. He needs to move them up here. He needs to get the support up here. Otherwise, this is just going to be lost. Let's see what's going on. We have Arverni starting to send up some chosen swordsmen. Still hammering away with the artillery. Bactry and Hillman are starting to actually break. There's only 106. Well, I should say only 100. There's 106 men in this unit, and they're starting to rout. Axe Warriors have taken a pretty decent beating. And, yeah, I mean, just hammering away at this front line is going to be pretty huge. I mean, I think Kulkus really needs to get 2 of these units back here to move these towers out of the way so we can start using his artillery fire in here to assist, especially if he just fired into this mass over here. This is probably I think this is where they need to focus most of their attention. I know that they have this going on here, but if he can just hold out a little bit, yeah, it's starting to burn. Taking his time. I can understand why. I mean, this is a pretty formidable front line here, but I think he needs to move these 2 towers and start firing either at this line here or at this line over here. But now we got some Celtic Warriors charging on in. Bactry and Hillman going to take them on. They're going to lose pretty quickly. They are just Bactry and Hillman, but also they're just getting stuck here. I mean, honestly, I don't know why they decided to charge in with the Hillman. You could have just left them lined up here, like as you can see here, to let them volley in and let the Celtic Warriors filter through the traps. But even still, I mean, they're I don't know, they're not doing it. Macedon, meanwhile, is still just kind of taking his time, not really doing much of anything. I mean, we've only seen, let's see, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6, 7, 8. We've only seen 8 units from Epirus so far. We're starting to see some Royal Peltis. We have a unit of Levy Pikemen in the back. And it appears that most of Bactria actually was quite a few Bactria and Hillman and Eastern Spearmen, so I'm not sure how much they have left themselves. You can see some pikes back here with some thorax swords, but that's about it, really. So Macedon really does have a serious chance of actually getting in here and being able to ward off Bactria. I think right now that's going to be their biggest problem. Maybe a little bit of Boei with their Axe Warriors. But the story of Spear's already routing. Unfortunate, they only got 45 kills and they're gone. He's not really supporting his troops that well. I mean, he has 3 of his archers over here, but still. We're getting some routing from Bactria over here. Not surprised, Bactria and Hillman are starting to break. And once this front line is gone, then it's going to be pretty easy. Bactria. Kulkus has landed, partly Axemen, taking on some of the Axe Warriors, doing pretty well against them. You can see that he's trying to avoid the sword followers as much as possible. I really don't blame him. However, I don't understand why Boei is not moving his sword followers around. He doesn't have his archers anywhere nearby, although they are starting to move now. But still, if he had charged in his Axe Warriors, I think that the sword followers, I think that they would have been able to tear through the partly Axemen pretty quickly. But also, I mean, I guess on the flip side that if he did do that, then these towers would drop. So we can see that the Persian Lights, or the Eastern Archers rather, are starting to fire into the sword followers. Smart unit to go for. An extremely dangerous unit. You want to get them out of there as quickly as possible. 2 units of Axe Warriors taking on some partly Axemen and chosen swords from Arverni. it's not going to go their way. I mean, the partly axemen are losing slightly, but now with the assistance of the chosen swords, I think they'll do all right. Meanwhile, over here, Macedon's doing okay. 3 thorax sword units taking on 2 thorax swords and an axe warrior. The axe warrior is losing, but we have some royal peltas coming over from Epirus. They're going to probably either A, volley into the thorax swords or charge in. Honestly, I think that maybe I would just charge in. I mean, the archers are over here focusing down the thorax swords. And, well, I guess volleying would really be the smarter move. You don't have to worry. You're probably a little bit farther away from the archers. You don't have to worry about getting shot so much. So, meanwhile, Celtic warriors are starting to break over here from thorax swordsmen. They are now taking on some chosen swords, though, and chosen sword would probably win that in the long run, I would imagine. I believe their melee defense is better, yeah. 57-75 compared to 62-75. And weapon damage is better from the chosen swords as well. But they are getting archer support from Bactria's units, from his archers, so we'll see. Looks like we're actually starting to see a little bit of a fallback. 28 minutes, 5 seconds left in this one, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the cool YouTube stuff. Helps the channel out. Of course, I appreciate it as well. And don't forget to check the links in the description down below. Ooh, look at this. Boy, I pulled back, and it's going to allow Colchis to land some troops, catch these axe warriors before they have the chance to actually retreat. But yeah, check the links in the description below. Twitch, Twitter, and Discord server. Feel free to join all 3. Especially if you have... Uh-oh. Yep, thorax swords starting to rout, and they're gone. Yeah, Macedon needs to get his archers over here, which he does, and he needs to start firing into the back of these royal peltas, or they're just going to wreak havoc all over these thorax swords. Macedon really needs to do something here. Thurio spears probably would have done a lot better if you had left them in, or if you had put them in square formation, as I always say. If you want Thurio spears to hang out a little bit longer than what they naturally or usually would, put them in square, they'll last way longer. Bactria and Hillman charging into some chosen swords. That's not going to work out very well for them. Thorax swords are losing. They are getting shot in the side from 4? Looks like 4 units of Gallic hunters. So yeah, that's going to not go their way. A couple warriors over here taking on some thorax swords, doing what they can. And of course, these guys are just trying to filter through. You can see, this is what it's like. Trying to get your troops through here is absolutely impossible. This isn't so bad, but imagine just this. But, I mean, because the way that these get deployed is you right-click and then you drag, much like how you deploy your troops on the field. Same with these stakes. So if you just right-click and you have it where it's the most chonkiest size like that, and then you put out 2, one like that, it becomes quite literally impossible to traverse through, and it just becomes such a headache. And it really ruins the game. I understand wanting to defend your settlement, not wanting to let the enemy in, but at the end of the day, this is a game, and everyone's trying to have fun. And if you got to be a sweaty tryhard that hasn't touched grass in 3 months, then maybe you should stop playing the game and go outside for a little bit, because you're ruining the game. And honestly, the state of Rome 2 online battles is shit enough as it is. We don't need people doing this. You know, it's all like, I haven't played Rome 2 for like online battles for my own enjoyment in months, because the online community is shit. And everyone just plays like a fucking Chad, and it's annoying. And it's upsetting, too. It really is. Meanwhile, Macedon... sorry for the little side rant. I'm done. Meanwhile, Macedon is not doing too hot. He's actually shifting his entire army over. Again, this is a result of him not moving, having his troops all the way back here, not moving them up soon enough, Not having them over here, it's just this is not going to pan out for him. He did manage, I guess, he remembered that he had a thorax sword unit all the way over here. They managed to get over here. But yeah, this flank is completely lost. So now, because this flank, do these guys, are these 148 kills? Yeah, they're at that. Now that this flank is lost, it's going to allow everyone to concentrate all their units over here. Enemy and ally alike. Colchis moving forward, going to try and grind their way through these axe warrior units over here. Got some sword followers moving forward to hold, help hold the line. Look at that. There we go. Colchis moving one of his towers. Ooh, that was looks like a dry fire right there. Looks like he's manually firing. But honestly, I think, let's see, where's, we're going to try and trace his line of fire. Where are you at? We'll go with this one here. So all the way right here. This is it. Do you see it? All the way out here. This is his arc of fire. Quite large. So he has a pretty good range. He could go for all these archers. I think, yeah, that's what he's going for. That's what I would go for. Try and get rid of some of these Syrians, the Gaul. What? Oh, that was the other thing. Glitching in troops. I can understand why this Boyai gets like one of the worst archer units in the game. But unless you agree upon beforehand, unless you say, hey, is it okay if I glitch in some troops because I hate these archers from Boei, and the enemy team says, sure, that's not a problem, this is cheating. It's cheating. Unless it's agreed upon, it is cheating. And that is what it is. Sword followers taking on some chosen swords. Sword followers will end up eventually winning that. Colchis over here, getting some Carly Axemen over here. Trying to neutralize the gate. Boyai charging in with some axe squares. I guess he charged them out, or maybe they routed and came back. But now, look, the stakes are kind of working against them a little bit. It's going to be difficult to get his units in here. So the Storio Spear and the Carly Axemen will do a little bit better, just because it's going to be harder for them to actually get into any type of an engagement. Colchis taking some long shots over at these Royal Peltis, these regular archers, firing into the backs of these chosen swords. Some good use of angle there. Sword follower is starting to break. He does have a little kill box set up here, though, with his two sword followers. It looks like, however, they had used up all their jabbies. Oh, I thought he was going to charge after him. Really did. Big shots coming in. He's going after those Royal Peltis. Didn't manage to land a shot. He's up to 106 kills, though. He probably has lots of ammo left. And you have to keep in mind, that it is only one firing. I lied. He has no more ammo left. He is out of ammo. I am a liar. Do not listen to me. Partly Axeman starting to break here. I mean, not really surprising. He is up against some sword followers. I might, personally, I think, oh, never mind. He's going for the Gallic Hunters, so I can't really blame him there. I was going to say what I would do is move one of these archer units around over here, maybe move my Colchian nobles over here to hold this unit in place, and then fire into the rear and side of these sword followers to try and help get them out of here. But he's going after the archers, which is an extremely good idea. I mean, it's a huge blob of archers. Why wouldn't you? So over here, Osworn getting into the settlement, routing these sword followers and thorax sword. Archers being left wide in the open. They're going to start to capture this gate here. Gate here, though. Hopefully after it is captured, they have the forethought to break down these spikes so that Colchis can get his noble blood cav inside without losing anybody. Macedon still taking his sweet time. I don't know what he's doing. It's kind of driving me insane. You know, he still has a unit of Royal Peltists outside. Again, I'm going to have to assume that Mastodon is a new player. Meanwhile, Focus is... Oh, why would you do that? Why would you do that? What are you doing, OEI? Why would you do that? You can't do this. Is he actually... He just... Oh. Did I actually just watch that happen? I did. Right. So, if I'm Colchis, guess what? These two units of partly Axemen, guess what I'm going to do? Bum rush. Syrian archers. Out of ammo. Getting sent out just to, I guess, I don't know. Oh, big retreat and fallback. But Arverni is on top of it, firing into these units that are falling back. He's going to get a lot of kills here. He's going to chip away at these sword followers. Doesn't really matter if he hits the Syrian archers, because they're almost out anyway. Gallic hunters up on the ridge here. They're going to start to fire down on these partly axemen, and or even the Polkian nobles. He's going to have to be careful about that. Macedon finally inside. Did they knock down the stakes? No, they did not. Please, 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 please tell me that you were aware of this and you took precautions before you rode your cabin. Please. I bet, because obviously Macedon is not paying attention. But anyway, I digress. I think now, at this point, it's really going to hinge on the Oathsworn and the high-tier units that are left. So the Oathsworn, because, I mean, Macedon only has 2 Royal Peltis units left and a Thorax Sword. So, Royal Peltis, and then we still have 2 Cretans with full ammo, a unit of pikes, Persian Lights, and a mercenary Syrian from Bactria with plenty of ammo left. Polkian nobles and partly axemen going to start to lose. I mean, Polkian nobles already, but that's only because they're getting shot at. Honestly, these guys should be in Hoplite Wall, so it bumps up their melee defense. Maybe they do a little bit better. But honestly, nothing's really going to help if you're getting shot at. Let's see, Jen, Oathsworn Jen from Boei. I don't really see any other Oathsworn units at the moment, so we'll have to see. No! No! Oh, they did, okay. It did get broken down. Thank God. Thank God. Did you lose anybody? A handful of guys, but that's not too bad. So, Noble Blood Cap. Yep, I was just about to say, you know what I would do with them? Go way run around. Who knows if they're paying attention. A lot of action going on over here. And it's neither here nor there. Thurio Spears, I think if I were them... No. I mean, Oathsworn are volleying into the Royal Peltis, so that's good. Thurio Spears definitely still have ammo. Yeah, fire into the backs of those Royal Peltis, get them out of there. Drop those numbers, nice. Partly Axeman, he chased after the Royal Peltis and got the charge off. And before he got the charge off, he managed to get a jabby volley in. While the Thurio Spears were also throwing the jabbies, these Royal Peltis are going to lose pretty quick. Even though they are winning, which is surprising. 19 men against 42. But that's going to... It should change pretty quickly. Although the partly... never mind. Partly Axeman just getting jabbied down to shit. Royal Peltis taking on some Oathsworn. Oathsworn definitely going to win out in the long run. Most likely... maybe not, actually. I mean, the Royal Peltis do hit hard. They're 62 melee attack. He needs to get these guys into shield screen, or shield wall, rather, I feel. And if he can get his general over here, what does he have? He doesn't... What? You don't have an ability. Oh, no. Macedon, do you have an ability? You do. Popping second battle rhythm, and then him popping headhunt speed would be very helpful. Thurio Spear in the mix. Put him in square. If you want him to stick around, put him in square. That's always the best option. Persian Lights, 115, 72, or Eastern Archers rather. It's 56. These guys, not a lot of armor, so they're going to rout pretty quickly from arrow fire. Syrian's going to hang out for quite a while. Persian Lights from Bactria, however, are getting chewed up pretty good. Tolkien Noble, General, 155 men left, right? 155? Yeah. Big long shot coming in from Caucasus. Ooh, nice. Got a couple of Levy Freeman, even though he's going after the Bactrian Royal Cap Gen. Personally, I think I would have went with the Shield Bearers, or the Bactrian Royal Guard. But that's just me. Bactria doesn't get Royal Peltists, do they? I don't think they do. I'm almost positive Bactria does not get Royal Peltists. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, of course. If they do get Royal Peltists, then they do. But if they don't, that is cheating, and it is wrong, and morally corruptible. Oh, no, okay. Hellenic Royal Cataphracts. Matt, what? How did these... Withdraw! How did he... The only way that they would have lost is if they were standing still. He didn't realize, and they got the charge off. That's the only way that would have happened. The only way. Kolk is still... So he wasn't out of ammo. 109 kills. So, back to my previous point, he's not out of ammo. He has one firing, so he's going to have ammo for days because he's not wasting, twice as much ammo. But hopefully, I hope he didn't forget about his Cartly Axeman unit. Unless it glitched out, that's always a possibility. Ear Nobles in the mix. Again, these guys should be in shield screen. They'd be doing a lot better against the Sword Followers. Oathsworn General in the mix as well. Same with the Tolkien Nobles and the Oathsworn. At this point, I feel like you need to be in shield screen or shield wall. Mercenary Cretan Archers just... What are you doing? You have 51 kills. I refuse to believe that this dude is out of ammo. Warrior Spears falling back. Gotta be careful now because that Hellenic Cataphract General from Epirus is free to rove around at this point. He does have his Royal Peltish General here, but he doesn't have him in shield wall, then that initial charge is gonna hit pretty hard. Epirus getting his Cretans up on the hill over here. Not a terrible idea, of course. We got Royal Peltish charging in. We got some Tolkien Nobles. Oathsworn up to 252 kills, down to 49 men. There we go. These guys are in shield wall. Melee defense bumped up to 81 compared to 64. Fortunately, they are starting to break, and they're gone. The pikes go. Still just hanging out. I know I say this all the time, but I genuinely don't know if they're going to win this. The attackers, that is. Bounce power is slightly in the favor of the attackers, but I just don't know. Don't know. Bactria looks like he's going to try and pull some sneakiness against Mastodon. Mastodon's not paying attention though. The Royal Cav's going to get a good charge off. Look at this. We got 5 fresh units of Cartly Axemen coming into the settlement. Mastodon has sent in his Royal Peltists, 48 kills so far.
Find your targets!
Arc fucking point blank range, what are you doing? 114 kills. What are they firing at? They're either firing at the Royal Peltis or the Oathsworn, one or the other. Something's getting killed. One way or another, something's getting killed.
Bleed them!
Something like that, you know? But anyway, so far, no pike stacking yet, but I was told it's here, so it'll probably get in here sooner or later. 145 kills for the archers. They're about to get routed off the field of battle. Not bad, though, for a regular unit of archers. I mean, they are a pretty trash unit across the board, but they definitely got their money's worth for sure. So, Spear Nobles hanging out. 32 kills so far. Still got some shots coming in. Trying to get into this blob here since they're mostly depleted units. Oathsworn taking on some... Again, I know for a fact they don't get Royal Peltis. There's no way that they do. Levy pikes. Yeah, these guys are going to get ready to cycle charge on the Macedon. I guarantee you it. Royal Peltis pulling out. Oh! Oh no! Wrong Royal Peltis unit.
Order, withdraw!
Right unit, wrong target. Oh, that's funny. Another big shot coming in. Will he make it? No, way off. Oh boy. Here comes Kolkish charging in with 4 fresh units of Partly Axemen. Honestly, I think at this point, most of these units are pretty tired at this point. They'd probably be able to get in there and actually do fairly well against them. Still haven't seen the pikes move up. See these pikes falling back. Maybe pikemen just kind of hanging out over here. Shots still coming in from the giant ballista from Kolkis. Still going after this Royal Peltis unit. Lots of arrow fire coming in. They gotta save some ammo though. They can't be wasting it because there's still 2 units of pikes left. But I mean, if they could get rid of the Oathsworn general, that'd be pretty big.
Engage!
Here we go. Focus charging in some men. Looks like, yeah, Arverni's pulling back his smaller unit of Oathsworn. He should pull back this unit too, just to give him a breath. Ooh, Boyage General has routed. Hasn't died yet though, but he is routing off the field of battle. Still getting some pretty big shots coming in here. Gallic Hunters, 124 kills, out of ammo. They are moving forward. Royal Peltis getting charged in as well. Is that a little bit of a... Is that a gap? Not really though. It's sort of right there. Fake Royal Peltis unit from Bactria starting to break. Probably going to rout pretty soon.
Shatter them!
Big shots coming in. Unfortunately hitting some friendly fire. And now it's just going to be a grind over here. How many kills do we have? 139, not bad. Pikes coming over, both from Bactria and Epirus. Levy pikes, they're not that great. Yeah, pikemen are better than levy pikes, but like I say, pikes are pikes are pikes. They're all dangerous, if only for a little while. Tyrian's getting shot at, but I don't think they have. Yeah, a lot of these guys don't have any ammo anymore, so it's not worth firing at them. They might just be getting put here to debate them. Look at that. Found a gap, exploited it, got his Partly Axemen in. Going to start tearing through these archers. It's kind of a small victory since they are out of ammo. Pikes are getting sent in now, it looks like. now would be the time. Did they charge? Looks like Bactria's on the move. He's probably going to try and get a charge off on Macedon. And if he gets a good enough charge, he's going to be able to pull through and go after these archers. So he's got to be careful. But it looks like that he is not actually going after Macedon's general. However, maybe Epirus will. Nope, here they come. Here they come. If these guys were in shield wall, they'd be doing a lot better. It looks like he either has these guys on auto fire, or I'm not sure. But this isn't gonna... Too late. It's too late. Yeah. Big charge. Lost almost 20 men. We'll call it 20. And there they go. They're just going to keep on going right on through. They're going to get to these Gallic hunters. Unfortunately, they are out of ammo, though, so that's good. Out of ammo with only 80, 90 kills, really. Wow. Macedon managed to tie up Bactria's general. Epirus, however, is still on the move, roving around. Will he go after these Gallic hunters? He might. He might. But it looks like he's going to go over here. Thankfully, though, Tolkis was paying attention. He's going to get his partly axemen over here to help defend these guys, even though they don't have any ammo left. And here we go. We can see the pikes are facing the wrong way. Did he pull them through? The pikes are facing the wrong way, and now they're just going to get hacked to bits. They aren't even really in combat facing this way. Same over here. I mean, these levy pikes. Here we can see a little bit of the pike stacking that he was talking about. These royal peltists are filtering into this unit of pikes. So any shots that they're going to take are going to end up getting blocked a little bit. 149 kills so far for the Oathsworn Gen from Arverni. Royal Peltist unit is starting to lose. 187 kills from them. They're going to be gone soon. Bactrian Royal Cav is getting beat down pretty solidly from Colchis's partly axemen. Oh my god. He's so lucky that the ones facing the other way were... But even still, he's gonna... Man, he's lucky. Macedon's general has fallen back, facing the correct way, thankfully, to protect his archers. Again, should be in the shield wall. That'll nullify the initial charge.
Disengage!
And yeah, there it is. This is. I don't know if this is intentional or not. I mean, this might have just been where the dice fell. You know what I mean? But still, it's not great. I mean, same over here too, kind of. But they don't have any shields, so. Oathsworn General moving over. He's going to get into the levy pikes. The Cretan archers from Epirus are firing at the Oathsworn General, but because of that, the levy pikes were also getting shot at. Look at that. Macedon exploiting a gap. Maybe Macedon isn't, though. Maybe he's just having an off day. But found a gap, exploited it, got right around these pikes. He's going to start to charge into them. Bactria is spazzing out, trying to counter that charge. Now this is really pike stacking. But these guys are facing now the opposite direction. So if the archers do shoot at them, sure, they will hold up their shields, but they're still getting shot in the back. And then the pikes, of course, are going to suffer as a result of that. Pikes starting to break. Hellenic Royal Cataphract's coming over here, trying to do something, but it's too little, too late. 35 seconds left in this one, guys. I think we all know who's going to win. And, yeah, once again, you know, as per usual, I said, I don't know if they're going to win this one, and then, of course, they win. Just once I want to see them lose, goddammit. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, this is a good one. I mean, the attackers are up against numerous obstacles, numerous cheap obstacles, might I add, in my opinion. But they managed to pull it back and secure a win over, you know, the stake stacking, the glitched in units, the whether it was unintentional or intentional pike stacking. That's why I don't think you should ever give up on trying to keep fighting when that happens, just because you never know. All right, hold on a second. All right, so let's see. A multiplayer getting 2,933 kills. Nice. Like to see it. 208 for the Oathsworn, 213 for the Giant Ballista, 146, 140, 90, and 79 for the Gallic Hunters. 90, 215, 165, and 119 for the, got that wrong. 90, 215, 165 for the Celtic Warriors, 119, 210, 122, 176, 117 for the Chosen Swords. 36 for the Levy Freeman, 302, 212, and 165 for the other Oathsworn, and 128 for the Spear Nobles. Barking Hinson, 2,310 kills, 53 for his Gen, 147, 150, 52, and 268 for the Archers. 152 for his other Royal Peltis unit. 144, 81, 117, 284. 167, 85, 118, 176, 83, and 23 for his Thorax Swords, and 45, 52, 71, and 37 for the Thorio Spears. Emperor Kandikatsu getting 2,030 kills, 0 for his Gen. Oh, that's unfortunate. They got pretty beat up, too. 139 for his Ballista, 8 for his Noble Blood Cav, 153, 164, 62, and 62 for the Eastern Archers, 70 for the other Kolkian Nobles, and there's Partly Axeman getting 145, 174, 199, 124, 110, 61, 22, 38, 48, 171, 89, and 191. Obito Ichiya getting 2,139 kills, 103 for the Baxter Royal Cav, 115, 124, 276, and 115 for the Archers, 11, 44, 14, 99 for the Baxter Hellman, 26 and 76 for the Eastern Spears, 52 for the Pikes, 190, 59, and 119 for the Royal Peltis, and then 42, 229. That's pretty good, actually. 149, 107, and 89 for the Thorax Swords. Desert Fox, 32K, 2,360, 270 for his General, 126, 65, 37, and 70 for his fake Gallic Hunters. 78, 85, 58, 22, 39, and 129, and 212, and 119 for Zax Warriors, 235, 121, 254, 62, 131, 142, and 105 for the Sword Followers, and then Jaguar, whatever. 1,920 kills, 78 for his General, 58, 151, 192, 125 for his Archers, 34 for the Hoplites, 73, 27, 32, and 44 for the Illyrian Levies, 22 for the Pikes, 119 and 142 for the Mercenary Italian Swords, 217, 175, 55, 216 for the Royal Peltis, and then 75 and 103 for the Thorio Spears. Yeah, pretty sure they don't get Peltis. I'm going to check after this, just because I'm curious now. But other than that, despite the odds, good game for the attackers. That being said, guys, have a great day, morning, evening. Actually, no, I didn't. That's not right. I hope you enjoyed this one, because I did, and I did. I really do mean that too. I always enjoy all the replays that I get to watch. And that being said, have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are while you're watching. Just have a good one. Peace out, guys.